Welcome to the Robots vs. Vampires podcast. I'm Adrian Smith, and I'm so excited to be your host for these daily sci-fi and fantasy stories.
And I'm Julia Jones.
Our mission here is to kind of just immerse you in these incredible narratives.
We're really excited to delve into this unique world where strange and supernatural collides with futuristic technology.
Each day will bring you a fresh story that kind of blends these elements in some really unexpected ways.
Yeah, we're all about delivering those thrilling narratives that will leave you wondering, what if?
Exactly. We want to push those boundaries of storytelling and explore the intersection of fantasy and sci-fi.
And we're committed to bringing you top-tier comedy fiction.
That's right.
It's not just about reading lines,
Yeah.
We want to bring the energy and the commitment and even a touch of the ridiculous to make these characters and worlds come to life for you.
And to do that, we've been diving deep into pro techniques to enhance our storytelling.
Absolutely.
Like setting the scene with a cinematic eye, committing fully to every emotion, and mastering the art of the perfect pause.
These techniques help us create a truly immersive experience for you, the listeners.
I love that it's like we're directing a movie in your mind, complete with those sound effects and character voices.
And all the bells and whistles.
We even break the fourth wall occasionally to add a layer of playful interaction.
We believe that crafting a clear, complete, and compelling story is crucial for each episode.
Oh, absolutely.
We start with a strong hook to grab your attention right from the start.
Yeah.
Then carefully build up the stakes using really descriptive language and emphasizing character reactions.
We're always looking for ways to add surprising twists and turns to keep you on the edge of your seat.
And of course, we aim to wrap up each story with a satisfying ending, tying up those loose ends while leaving you with a lingering question or two to keep you thinking.
Of course.
We also have a really clear episode structure that we follow. It starts with our standard intro, then we dive into the storytelling and banter, and finally engage with you directly, our amazing listener.
We're always brainstorming potential daily hooks that spark curiosity.
Absolutely.
What if a robot was tasked with hunting a vampire?
Or imagine a world controlled by AI, where vampires thrive in the shadows. Who holds the real power?
These are the kinds of questions that fuel our storytelling.
And keep things interesting.
Speaking of interesting, we're always striving to make the Robot vs. Vampires podcast an addictive, award-winning experience.
Right.
We want you to feel completely immersed in these epic tales, so we approach our opening scenes with a movie trailer vibe, guiding you through the story with vivid narration and cinematic techniques.
We're not afraid to bring emotions to the forefront,
Yeah.
using strategic pauses and timing to heighten suspense.
Yeah.
We often end scenes with questions or twists, weaving in unanswered questions and concluding with emotional cliffhangers that leave you wanting more. And when it comes to crafting the atmosphere of our show, we rely on vivid language to build these fantastical worlds.
We want you to not only hear the story, but also see it, smell it, and feel it. That's how we create that immersive experience we're always talking about.
And just like in any good movie, we give special attention to our characters. We present them as larger-than-life figures with unique personalities, motivations, and backstories.
Yeah.
We want you to connect with them on an emotional level, whether they're robots, vampires, or something in between.
Exactly. And to keep things lively and engaging, we incorporate sharp wit and dynamic pacing into our storytelling. We love using satire, exaggerated character voices, and fast-paced dialogues to keep you entertained.
We also believe in the power of breaking the fourth wall, directly addressing you, the listener. This allows us to build a stronger connection and create a sense of community around our show.
It's like we're all in on the joke, sharing a laugh together. It makes the experience more personal and interactive.
And speaking of jokes, we're not afraid to amplify the ridiculousness for heightened comedy. We have a lot of fun playing with tropes and expectations, turning them on their heads to create unexpected and hilarious moments.
It's all about finding that balance between suspense humor and heart.
Right.
We want our listeners to be both entertained and engaged, wanting to come back for more each day.
Now let's talk about some of the advanced techniques we use to make the Robots vs. Vampires podcast truly unique. We love creating catchphrases for each character, little quirks that make them instantly recognizable.
Those catchphrases are like verbal signatures.
Exactly.
They add a layer of personality and make the characters more memorable.
We also pay close attention to sound effects, using them for comedic timing and to enhance the overall immersive experience.
A well-placed sound effect can really elevate a scene, adding that extra punch or creating a moment of suspense.
And of course, we're big fans of running gags and ongoing feuds. These recurring elements add a sense of continuity to the show and give our listeners something to look forward to.
It's like those inside jokes you share with friends. They
Right.
create a sense of familiarity and camaraderie.
And for those who really pay attention, we like to sprinkle in Easter eggs for our dedicated listeners, little hidden references that reward those who are truly invested in the world of robots vs. vampires.
It's our way of saying thank you for being such awesome fans. We appreciate your dedication.
Now, to really illustrate how all of these techniques come together, let's take a closer look at one of our most popular stories, Code Crimson.
Ah, Code Crimson. This one is a real fan favorite. And for good reason. It's a thrilling tale of espionage conspiracy and a vampire who's more comfortable with code than with cobwebs.
Exactly. Our protagonist, Dimitri, is a truly unique character. He's a tech-savvy vampire who shuns the traditional ways, preferring the glow of his computer screens to the darkness of ancient crypts.
He even orders his blood through delivery apps. Talk about modernizing the myth.
Dimitri's story is all about the clash between tradition and technology, and what happens when those two worlds collide. It all starts when Dimitri, while on one of his late-night hacking sprees, stumbles upon a sinister plot.
He uncovers a digital conspiracy that targets his kind of corporation, using algorithms and security protocols to track and control vampires. It's a chilling discovery, and Dimitri knows he has to do something to stop it.
The stakes are high, and Dimitri finds himself in a race against time to expose this conspiracy and save his fellow vampires from a digital dystopia. But he faces resistance not only from the corporation, but also from the older generation of vampires.
They see technology as a weakness, a betrayal of their ancient ways. So Dimitri has to go rogue, operating in the shadows, using his hacking skills to fight back against this threat.
His journey takes him deep into the corporation's underbelly, where he faces dangers both technological and supernatural. He has to rely on his wits, his skills, and a few unexpected allies to survive.
The story culminates in a thrilling climax, where Dimitri infiltrates the corporation's headquarters, a futuristic fortress of server scientists and cutting-edge tech.
It's a visual feast, and we really went all out with the descriptions bringing this digital battleground to life.
Dimitri faces off against the mastermind behind the conspiracy, and in a moment of intense struggle, his powers surge, revealing a side of him he never knew existed.
It's a pivotal moment in the story, full of suspense and a touch of horror. We see Dimitri transform, becoming something more than just a vampire, something both powerful and dangerous.
It's a real cliffhanger, leaving you wanting more.
Yeah, Code Crimson is a prime example of how we try to blend action and suspense and thought-provoking themes in the Robots vs. Vampires podcast. Each story we create is a unique exploration of this world, where technology and the supernatural collide.
And while Code Crimson focuses on a vampire, we also have stories that flip the script.
Yeah.
We have one where a robot grapples with the concept of a soul.
That's what's so captivating about this format.
Yeah.
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Endless.
We can explore artificial intelligence, ancient prophecies, hidden societies, everything.
And we love weaving in elements of humor and romance and even social commentary to make these stories connect on multiple levels.
Right. It's not just about escapism. It's about using these fantastical scenarios to explore real-world issues and spark conversations.
Exactly. We want our listeners to be entertained, of course, but also leave them with something to think about. Now, before we wrap up, we want to emphasize that the Robots vs. Vampires podcast is a collaborative effort.
Absolutely.
We're constantly inspired by, our listeners' feedback, suggestions, even their fan fiction.
It's a community effort.
Yeah.
We love hearing your thoughts on the stories, characters, and the world that we're building together.
So if you have an idea for a story, a character, or just want to share your theories, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, we're always eager to hear from our listeners.
Who knows, your idea just might spark the next epic tale.
That's right. Your input helps shape the show.
We're incredibly grateful for your support. Well, folks, that's it for our deep dive into the Robots vs. Vampires podcast.
We hope you enjoyed this look behind the scenes and the passion that goes into making these daily adventures.
We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode.
So until then, stay curious. Keep those imaginations firing.
And may your circuits never short out and your fangs always be sharp.